Something needs to change. The problem is I don't know what. As of late, the response to my videos has left me feeling, oh, a bit empty. And first, let me be very clear. I so appreciate my regulars who come back every time, enjoy the videos. I just have this problem where I can never be satisfied. And it's my driving force, but it's also quite the curse. I realize I follow the same formula every week. It's a formula I like to watch. Introduction, a little fun, set the scene, we build, and then we have a resolution. But like I said, that's what I like. Maybe it's not what you like. Everyone's different. I've always approached content through making things that I'd enjoy, but maybe I need to rethink it a little bit. Or maybe the builds or concepts aren't interesting enough. So I'd like to know, what do you like to see in a Minecraft video? And I'm not necessarily looking for compliments or, I'm not fishing for that. I just want to know what holds your attention, what makes you want to click on something. So will this video follow a different structure? Probably not. And I'll tell you why. But first, let's do a little talking about what we're going to do today. As many of you know, we have recently completed our visitor center, and we also recently completed a little cottage in the woods. You can just see the roof line right there. That is going to be the first marker on our world path. Our world path is going to be a hiking trail that starts right here at Salami National Park and travels around our entire continent. Like our entire continent. We'll even have a water feature, but we want to connect up everybody's base. And with hiking comes camping. So we also need to mark out campsites. And in fact, we need 11 campsites. We have 12 Common Ground members, including myself, and I already have mine. So our first step today is going to be planning those campsites, or at least a few of them. We may take a break, work on our hiking path, which we will take over to Flora, and we might just connect over to Earth as well. Then we can pick a few more, and we'll finally be able to fill out our camp ledgers, and then our members can come over, find a spot that they like, and claim the territory as their own. But first things first, to mark this territory, I want just some kind of basic banner, and I don't have a lot of wool, but I think Goob does. And last time he didn't mind me taking some wool from him, so let's see. Maybe he's got some extra and won't mind again. Goob has started to do some planning over here. And oh my goodness, oh wow, look at all those sheep. This is such a cool area. If you haven't checked out Goob's videos, I highly recommend. They're so unique. Oh, look at all this. I can't wait to see what he does with this area. What does this say? Industrial functional. What a beautiful view. Yeah, check out Plague Dr. Goob. His channel's in the description, along with everybody else. So exciting. All right, let's grab some sheep. Wow, there's a lot of sheep over here. Just do like a basic green banner, I guess. Please tell me I have shears. Yes. Maybe a little pink to go with it too. This guy really, okay. All right. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay. How much should we get there? 29. I just need 12 banners. I don't have any sticks. Okay, we're gonna need a few more than that, but that's okay. We can get 4 campsites marked out, and then we'll come back once those sheep have their wool back, and we'll get the rest. Every time I don't know where I am, I just fly up a little bit, and I can see that beacon. And not our actual beacon. I'm talking about our Firewatch tower that has served quite a valuable purpose that I really didn't think about when I was first building it. Earth's area is looking so cool as well. Okay, so let's do a little, I guess maybe the top of the Firewatch tower is probably the best place to check this out. We can kind of get an idea of what we're looking for, and I might just free cam. Okay, so we have campsite 1, my campsite. I think it would be fairly easy to do this as a campsite here. And maybe we should get some blocks to mark it out. I like that. It is getting a little dark here, but this whole area here is going to be, well, it's planned to be a pretty major build. What's going on there? Odd. So we can't really use that area. We're going to have a pretty dense forest up here. That could be a campsite there, that little peninsula. We could have one over on this island. And then we can just kind of break them up. Here, another here, so on. This is being really weird though, so we'll let that be. Let me grab some sort of marker block. Maybe we'll just use stone in the grass. Just something for us to signify our campsites. We're going to use this line of trees for some privacy between the campsites, but I think we can be pretty confident and just we'll terraform all this, but we'll say right here is our first other campsite. And as I mark this out, let me talk a little bit about why this video will not be too different from last week's video. So for those of you that have been watching for a while, well, that worked out, you would know that in November of last year, I set a goal for myself to upload weekly for 1 year. And so far, so good. We've met the goal so far, and I intend to see it to the finish. Just to give you a little background, I finished recording the video for last week at 8 p.m. on Sunday. I started editing at 9 p.m. on Sunday, and the video came out 8 a.m. on Monday. I worked from 8:30 to 5:30. I then spent time with my family until about 9. And now I sit here starting this video. So all that to say, not a lot of time to think about renewing my process right away, but I'm going to use this week to do just that, putting a lot of brain power towards how can I make better videos with the same time constraints. That is the golden question. And like I said, I'll be dedicating a lot of time to it. I like this spot for the ocean, but we'll see where we end up. For now, let's get a couple more campsites placed down. I like this one a lot. Nice view of the ocean. All of our campsites have been pretty coastal though so far, so why don't we just, sure, just one right here. We can kind of use this as a marker, and we'll just bring it around here. This is just a rough outline as well. We can always go bigger. Well, there's a few campsites, not too bad. I think the next thing I want to do is at least start on our path. We may do the whole thing, depending on how quickly we can decide on a theme. Why don't we play with that a little bit? Oh, I forgot my ender chest at Goobs. Uh-oh. Might have some gunpowder. I hope so. So I'm thinking of doing the path as something very simple, and maybe we just start here. So I think we'll mix in some path blocks like this, but I have a lot of moss and things that moss produces. So just something, even do that too, just to give a little texture. Oops, don't want that. It is just extremely subtle. Something that is not an eyesore. You can follow. It just looks a little different, like the ground's been trampled a bit. And we can even mix in maybe a little coarse dirt. Let's see if we've got some. Oh yeah. So I think just a couple pieces of coarse dirt every so often will sort of seal the deal. Let's get it to daytime here and give it one last check. So, here, nothing too much. Just sprinkled throughout. Maybe just some of the ground is a little bit more beaten down than others. I think that'll work. It's basically an unlimited resource for us. And once we actually get it going, I think it'll be welcoming something that says, walk through me. Oh, look at that sheep going, having a great time there. We'll also put little like trail markers along, and I'm not exactly sure what I want to do for that. I'm honestly thinking just a fence post. I'm just trying to think of what color, or maybe we'll color code them just to show you're going the right way. And then we can also hide some lighting underneath those areas as well. So outside the back of our visitor center is where our adventure starts, and it is where we'll start our walking path. Let's see where it takes us. Hello. It is dark, rainy, but the path is done, and we can see it a little bit more clearly when it is dark and rainy. Look at that. It goes all the way back over here, through the trees, through the forest. We need to make some sort of connection here. And of course, once we get this cliffside done in a future episode, that will also help us out a bit. But yeah, it takes us right back to our visitor center. Wow, there's a lot of things going on right now, so let's get it to daytime now that we've taken a look at it. It looks good, and I've been trying to decide how to connect up the waterway there. Not only that, let's see if we can thread this needle. Nope. Let's try again. Okay. That's tight there. Oh, man. And this waterway here. Flora just added a path, and I don't want to show her build quite yet, because I think that'll come out a little later than my episode. But her path is similar to mine, just with a little purple. So I think we'll be able to mesh them together fairly easily. I want to try this one more time. There we go. All right. We'll have to do something to that tunnel eventually. Maybe that can be another dual project. We also added a new custom tree, an olive tree for Oliver. Shout out to Oliver. If you're watching on Twitch and you watch for enough time, you can actually redeem a custom tree in the world. That's what Oliver did. I'm thinking for this area here, I might just want like some stepping stones. So you just kind of hop, hop, hop your way across. And then back over by Flora's, we talked about doing just campfires, which I don't know if I have any, but we can get some going. And I'll grab some materials for us to do our stepping stones as well. Okay, let's start with over by Flora. Oh, I hope I've got some more rockets. I might be running out. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Eventually, we'll get really good at that. So this can always be picked up or changed. And I'm realizing I definitely did not bring enough. Boop. What was our limiter? Coal. Well, I made it more than halfway, so maybe Flora has coal she wants to share. She has a lava farm, though, so she may not. In my room. Yes. There's some. More campfires. That's still probably not enough, but I know we both have way too much birch. Does she have that? All right. Let's add that and see. Oh, this is going to get so close. Boop. There we go. Well, it connects it. We will figure out what exactly we want to do, and maybe that bridge will change a little bit, but at least for now, it gets us over there. All right. On to the stepping stones. All roads lead where you gotta go. That's something that has been etched into my brain since I was a little boy. As we follow the path we created for ourselves today, I'll give you the backstory on that. For those that know me in my personal life, I'm a very particular guy. I like things a certain way because I truly and wholeheartedly believe there's a right way to do things. Whether that be, regardless of what that may be, the story comes from my nana, my grandma. When I was preschool aged, so I don't know, 4 or 5, she was driving me to school. And I cried because she was going a different way than what my mom took. The way she was taking was not as fast, nor was it as efficient as what I was used to. So when she started to do that, I thought, you're wrong. Turn around and go the way I want you to go. And all she said to me was, Andrew, all roads lead where you gotta go. And today, my nonna is nearly 80 years old, and I'm in my 30s, and she still, every single time I speak to her, tells me the same thing. All roads lead where you gotta go. For a long time, I thought, like, okay, yeah, I get it, you know? But as I've gotten a little older, it's actually pretty profound advice, right? I mean, no matter what your goal is, no matter the route you take, whatever happens in life, you'll end up where you're supposed to be. At least that's how I've grown to interpret it. It's much more than the road you're taking to your location. It's much less about that and more about not worrying so much about the way you get there, but being grateful for the fact that you ended up where you were supposed to be. So as I was taking a little break between these episodes because I've been sick, you could probably hear it in my voice, still in the process of selling my house, which has been extremely stressful. Things are going well. It's just want them to move a little faster, but there's nothing really I can do about that. And that's exactly what I need to remind myself. And it could help you as well. If you're going through something in life and it seems like detour, and it seems like you're stuck or you're headed in the opposite direction or things are moving backwards, just take a second to remind yourself that all roads lead where you got to go. It's silly, but it's something that has worked for me for a long time. And I think if my nonna knew I was telling this story to a bunch of people, she'd be very happy. But she doesn't know what Minecraft is, or the internet much. Okay, a little. I'll give her some credit. But as we continue on our path here, and we think about where this path will go next, well, it's going to take us where we want to go, exactly where we need to be. I'm going to end up cleaning this up probably on a stream. will make this just look a little bit more natural than this little cave. But Flora donated some campfires, and now we have a little bridge over to her area where the path will continue once she's ready for it. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's a little different, and I think we'll keep doing things a little different, just a little bit at a time until we get into the right flow. But I appreciate you so much for watching. See you next week with another Common Ground video. For now, thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time.